Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So this from James K. Fillon. Apparently Lucas Hockenbach, who is one of the attorneys representing Brad Garlinghouse, is leaving clearly Gottlieb, Steen, and Hamilton and has filed a motion to withdraw from the case. And, James K. Fillon says, I would not read anything into this. So one of Brad Garlinghouse's personal lawyers just sounds like he is leaving this law firm here. So he will no longer be on the case. Of course, there are people who are, in fact, reading into this. Johnny down here with a little bit of comedy. Your Honor, I'd like to move on to my next opportunity. You know this case is being settled. We know it's being settled. Let's go ahead and wrap it up after Gary's little media tour. Daz down here saying positive vibes here. He knows the outcome. He has bought his bags of XRP. Now he's ready to retire. Just going to sit back and enjoy the moment. It sounds to me like he is likely moving on to another law firm. XRP Tattoo WO down here saying, I'm sure settlement is coming, so no need for all the lawyers to wrap it up. This morning I did a video with regards to Brad Garlinghouse's response yesterday at the Aspen Forum. I'll link that video up here if you guys didn't catch that. Again, James K. Fillon saying I wouldn't read too much into this. It does just sound like he is leaving, so I'm not too worried that Brad Garlinghouse is losing one of his heavy-hitting lawyers. I'm going to keep moving, guys. This from Michael at Val5 Links. I wanted to bring this to your attention. Global financial technology firm Circle is partnering with Unstoppable Domains, a blockchain domain name provider, to introduce simpler usernames for stablecoin payments. So if you guys are not familiar, Circle is a principal developer of the USDC coin, the digital dollar currency with a market cap of more than $25 billion. And Unstoppable Domain supports more than 200 cryptocurrencies across over 50 wallets and exchanges. And for those of you guys who do not have an Unstoppable Domain, I mean, these guys are great. Their customer service is great. You can get domain names that are actually built on the blockchain. And, if you just go in the description of any of my videos and go show more down here, you can see I do have an affiliate link for Unstoppable Domains. If you're looking to purchase one, I don't ever like pushing my affiliate links, so use it if you want. You don't have to use it. I just thought that this was an interesting story here, considering to date Unstoppable Domains has sold more than 1 million blockchain domain names that are minted as NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain to give users full ownership and control over the names, the company said, in a similar aspect to how PayPal and Venmo made it easy for people to send US dollars to one another. Unstoppable Domains said that their .coin username provides the same simplicity and accessibility. So me personally, I have my own name, .crypto. I also have workingmoney.crypto. And now we're seeing Circle, a heavy hitter in the crypto space, partner up with Unstoppable Domains to introduce simpler usernames for stablecoin payments. So, guys, this is going to be huge. The cryptocurrency market is moving despite what is going on with the regulatory clarity. I also saw this from Wrath of Kahneman. There's a lot in this deck here. Now, this is the Central Banking Trading PDF by FNA. They use Ripple as an example of a company using FNA to simulate liquidity needs to launch a new service. So I brought up the deck here if you guys are interested, from FNA, Central Bank Training, FMI, and FinTech Oversight and Innovation in Payment and Settlements. This is 33 pages long, so a lot of great information in here. But just to kind of highlight the point that Wrath of Kahneman makes up here, with regards to this specific slide here, use case liquidity optimization, Ripple defines liquidity requirements with FNA. And so just giving us some background with regards to Ripple, they are an RTGS, FX, and retail remittance system / network, which relies upon traditional nostro-vostro relationships between its members. In launching a new service, it needed to prepare the market and its members for their day one liquidity requirements. And so their objective, by using transactional data from the Ripple members, identify the necessary liquidity per Ripple member and Ripple Hub, and evaluate the impact of liquidity savings mechanisms. Then insights down here, Ripple used FNA to simulate the liquidity needs of banks interacting over the network over time. That made it possible to determine the required liquidity flows within a hub bank to support the projected network volumes and values, and to justify the benefits of the new service / network. So some great new information here from, I think it was just a couple of months ago. They described Ripple as an RTGS, FX, and retail remittance system network, which relies upon traditional nostro-vostro relationships. So basically what they're saying is this basically describes RippleNet without the ODL. This is what Wrath of Kahneman is inferring here, which to me sounds accurate. But then there's the ILP graphic in the middle. And here's an interesting observation as well. With regards to that graphic, look at the currencies listed. So he lists the currencies here. You guys can see them over here: USD, GBP, CNY, BRL, EUR, CHF, MXN, and JPY. And what Wrath of Kahneman states here, he says it's not proof of anything, but it would be interesting if the banks were specifically in those countries. So just to give you guys a breakdown, the United States, the UK, China, Brazil, Europe, Mexico, and Japan. The presentation was in May, but the examples are from various years ago. So maybe FNA is talking about some early RippleNet rollouts, or perhaps the new service launch is something else. Great work there from the Wrath of Kahneman. Wanted to thank him for digging up this PDF that I haven't seen yet. Gonna keep moving, guys. This is from Michael at Val5 Links. Uruguay, they're moving forward with their crypto regulatory clarity. So Uruguayan Senator Juan Sartori has introduced a draft bill to regulate cryptocurrency and enable businesses to accept crypto payments. Sartori joins a growing list of politicians from South America and Spanish-speaking countries that are seeking to bring crypto adoption into the mainstream. The senator is not proposing the use of crypto as legal tender, as in El Salvador. However, the crypto-friendly senator tweeted on August 4th, which was just yesterday, that today we present a bill pioneer in the world that seeks to establish a legitimate, legal, and safe use in businesses related to the production and commercialization of virtual currencies in Uruguay. The bill proposes that crypto assets will be recognized and accepted by the law and acceptable in any legal business. They will be considered a valued means of payment added to those included in the law of financial inclusion. So this is a big step with regards to cryptocurrency adoption, using cryptocurrency as a valid means of payment. Now, that is different than using Bitcoin as legal tender in the Uruguay case. However, if they're saying you can use crypto as a means of payment, that basically legitimizes cryptocurrencies. I'm sure they are going to delineate which ones they would accept, but that basically just legitimizes certain cryptocurrencies in that country, which is great for overall adoption. It's going to be great for people who hold those particular currencies, and so, Uruguay has got the right idea, moving in the right direction. Another one, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman, this from last year. However, I think it's important to note Trissa developing a solution for virtual asset providers, VASP, to comply with their FATF's travel rule. So this has to do with the privacy rule, which integrates with PayID. In this email to the Fed, they note their board of governance, which includes Ripple's senior software research engineer at Ripple, Anakal Malhotra. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. However, they do mention that senior software engineer at Ripple. So here's Wrath of Kahneman's perspective on this. This is a year old, but their governance board is not specified anywhere. It's not easy to find anyway. However, they do mention Malhotra is senior software researcher at Ripple. And with regards to this document here, I'll bring the document up here just to give you guys some background. The proposed rule change would reduce the information collected, retention, and transmission threshold from $3,000 to $250 for funds transfers and transmittals of funds that begin or end outside the United States. The Travel Rule Information Sharing Alliance, or TRISA, is an organization of more than 100 stakeholders, including exchanges, Bitcoin ATMs, compliance experts, regulators, privacy coin advocates, and technologists. We applaud the rulemaking process to achieve clarity. And so it is interesting that they do mention this senior software researcher for RippleX with regards to this kind of broader picture and the travel rule in the United States. Senior software research engineer at Ripple, Anakal Malhotra, part of this organization. He is listed on the board of directors. So thought that was interesting again from a year ago, but I didn't know about this. I thought I'd bring it to your attention. Gonna keep moving, guys. So with regards to that video I did this morning, Brad Garlinghouse had his say at the Aspen conference just yesterday, and Crypto Law, this is John Deaton's other Twitter account, Crypto Law, brought this to our attention when Gary Gensler references 75 crypto enforcement actions by the SEC. He breaks down what this means, and basically Brad Garlinghouse says the same. I'm just going to play the clip from Brad. Listen to this.
I think yesterday we heard Chair Gensler comment that they brought 75 cases, enforcement actions against various digital assets. If you break that down, 37 of those didn't involve the sale of any digital asset at all. 37 were what we'd call ICOs, initial coin offerings, and oftentimes these were actual frauds. Only one of the 75 involves a digital asset outside of an ICO. And for obvious reasons, I'm not going to talk too much more about that case, other than saying it's definitely an outlier. And I'm sure we'll talk more about some of Gensler's comments during the.
So he's not wanting to talk about that one outlier, and a little bit deceiving, how Gary Gensler kind of put it. We brought 75 crypto enforcement actions against 75 different cryptos. And Brad Garlinghouse is breaking it down, right? 37 did not involve any digital asset sales, and 37 involved ICOs, many related to fraud. So very, very different than what Ripple is doing. One, of course, is the outlier, and Brad Garlinghouse not going too much more into it. But, you know, to his point, it's like the SEC is like a drunk not admitting they have a problem. The problem is so clear that even people within the SEC are pointing it out. Anyway, refer to this morning's video if you want to catch my take on that. In this video, I want to point something else out. The fact that Ripple might actually have a chance to escape this litigation by the SEC. Now, this would be based on a new bill brought on by Don Beyer. Okay, guys, I originally saw this on Twitter from DJ Peter Vass. Let me read you guys this. Ripple may escape US SEC's clutches as per this new bill. So a proposal on a new legislation put forward by US lawmaker Don Beyer may be the remedy to the legal duel between Ripple and the SEC. The proposed law, entitled the Digital Asset Market Structure and Investor Protection Act, is touted to brighten the gray areas concerning digital assets, including cryptocurrencies. According to reports, Ripple, the parent firm of the XRP token, could use the proposed law to its advantage as it continues its case with U.S. regulators. So a little bit more about this bill. It's set to be a spin-off of the U.S. 1994 Securities Act with few amendments to include cryptocurrencies. The U.S. lawmaker noted that the U.S. should embrace a regulatory framework for this asset class to encourage the emergence of new technologies in the space. Of course, Beyer admitted that the U.S. was old-fashioned in its laws, while also declaring that the bill put forward would be a starting point to enable protections for hodlers and investors of cryptocurrencies. So it would indeed favor holders and investors of cryptocurrencies. Down here just gives you guys a little bit more context of the SEC lawsuit, which we all know, and U.S. Attorney Jeremy Hogan's opinion on a resolution, a proposed settlement that could happen. And, you know, the fact that we could see a retroactive resolution occur with regards to the Ripple case. So I'm just going to go down here. Notably, the bill clearly defines digital asset securities to mean digital assets that provide the holders and investors with equity or debt interest, rights to profits, interest, or dividend profits, voting rights in major corporate actions, and litigation rights in the issuer. Moreover, it asserts that a digital asset is a security even when the issuer's platform is not fully developed, and proceeds from the asset's sales are committed towards improving services provided by the issuers, including its platform. Down here, in light of the above definition, Ripple is touted to have a strong case against the SEC, as Ripple's XRP does not possess the features of the digital asset security. And then it talks about Jeremy Hogan's point on that. The fact that the bill could be retroactive such that it can apply to the lawsuit. If so, it would transfer jurisdiction over the XRP token from the US SEC to the Commodities and Exchange Commission. So it would be definitely defined as a commodity. And guys, if you didn't see this morning's video, I strongly urge that you do watch that. Although the bill is yet to receive approval, upon its passage, Ripple may employ it as a trump card to wiggle itself out of the clutches of the US regulators. On a larger scale, it would suffice as a defining moment for crypto regulators. So boom, a huge development, and you know, we've got to see if Don Beyer's bill does get passed. Of course, this is just the preliminary stages, but this does sound promising. Now, just to conclude, with regards to Ripple, with regards to this case, I think Brad Garlinghouse is feeling optimistic, because I wanted to bring up this tweet here, this response from XRP Yoda that he sent me this morning. In 2018, Bill Hinman, so this starts with Brad Garlinghouse just tweeting out, in 2018, Bill Hinman said Ethereum isn't a security, and Jay Clayton agreed. But just weeks ago, Hinman filed a sworn affidavit in court saying the SEC still has not taken any position or expressed a view on Ethereum status. So how is the market supposed to have clarity? Very, very good question here. He was responding to this tweet from Michael Arrington. One thing Gensler made clear today, he thinks all of crypto is under his control, and he's eager to expand his power of the SEC. He said that the law is clear based on 75 enforcement actions, but seems to be walking back clarity on Ethereum at least. All I see is more muddy water. These guys really are making a debacle out of this whole thing, and I mean, there are a lot of reasons for that. I'm not going to dwell on that, but wanted to point out XRP Yoda's response here to Brad Garlinghouse. So Brad Garlinghouse, every crypto should thank you for laying down the tracks, asking for regulation. You thought the Peanut Butter Manifesto was a big call. You're about to open the floodgates for the crypto industry. When I go to likes down here and I scroll down, I got to point this out because I think this is really important to say. Brad Garlinghouse actually liked XRP Yoda's comment here. The fact that, he is about to open up the floodgates for the crypto industry. The fact that crypto in the United States of America really is going to change because of this Ripple case. Whether it's the new bill proposed by Don Beyer, or whether it's just because the SEC is so disorganized that they've painted themselves in a corner, I have a feeling this is all going to come out peachy keen. And it seems as though Brad Garlinghouse does as well, but that's just my opinion. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.